Cancer sucks. Help the American Cancer Society raise funds for an electric chair to execute cancer. Your contributions to the human race are much appreciated. The link is in the description below. Hello and welcome to another Pokemon NU battle. So without further ado, let's just get on with this match. As you can see by the team preview, this guy from Smogon is going to lead off with his Hypno, and I'm going to lead off with my Swoobat. Knowing that Hypnos usually carry the Hypnosis or want to do some toxic stalling shenanigans, I'm just going to opt to go for the taunt on that Hypno as he tries to go for the Nasty Plot. And that blocked Nasty Plot is going to force him to switch out as he cannot do anything to the Swoobat. He thought he could use me as setup father, but that's not going to happen. Now he sends his Lyron with Eviolite, and now I'm thinking that this thing's probably going to set up the Stealth Rocks, so I set up the light screen on the switch, and he actually just goes straight away for the Head Smash as I set up both my screens. Now I just U-turn out of there, wanting to get off as much damage as possible, even though it's just a smidgely idgely piece of damage on that Lyron, and since it is quad times super resisted. So now, I'm going to send in Luxray. He's going to get off the Intimidate, make that -1 plus the Reflect. Unfortunately for him, as it turns out, he's going to miss second Head Smash that he goes for, and his superpower is going to be able to take out that Lyron with 4 times super effective one-hit KO, no problem. So now his Girder comes in, and this thing is kind of interesting. It poses a pretty big problem to my team, as I don't really have anything that can take it out easily. He sets up a Substitute, and I wanted to taunt this thing just in case it had the Bulk Up. Now, as you'll see later, he has Substitute instead of the Bulk Up, so now I just pretty much taunted it for no apparent reason. He's just going to go for the Stone Edge, and it's not going to do that much to me as my Swoobat's going to U-turn, not even breaking the sub since that thing is bulky with the Eviolite. Electros is going to come in, hopefully break that sub with the Volt Switch, and it's going to get hit by the Stone Edge with a critical hit and almost die from that. Unfortunately for me, I'm just going to be able to take out that Substitute, but at a really big cost of the HP of my Electros. Now, predicting the fighting move, I send in my Swoobat to take the, and since it is quad times resisted, and as you can see, the taunt and the light screen wear off, as I'm going to set up another taunt. He predicts that and goes just straight away for another Stone Edge to kill off my Swoobat. Now here, I'm going to send in my Luxray, I do believe, as the Reflect does wear off. So now the screens are completely out. I get this thing probably at like -2 attack or something at this point, as I just Volt Switch out. I was predicting him to switch out, so I sent in my Electros as Death Fodder instead, as he did not switch out. So now he's probably at -2 or -3, so he's forced to switch out as he cannot really do very much damage to me. I just go for a Banded Wild Charge on this Musharna and does more than 50%, which means he's not going to be able to Moonlight up, as a second Wild Charge is going to be able to take out this comatose patient. Now, this thing is a pretty big problem for my team. I do not have anything that can outspeed it, so I just send in my Audino to take the hit. And as you can see, it is Life Orb with the sheer force, since it did use the Rock Climb. Now I'm going to send my Armaldo. The Rock Climb is going to do a heck of a lot to this Armaldo, although it is resisted, so Tauros does not mess around. He gets things done, and a Stone Edge is narrowly going to not be able to take it out. So now I just switch into my Audino. He goes for the Zen Headbutt to preserve his Tauros, as opposed to the Earthquake, to not get any recoil damage and kill himself off with the Life Orb. So Cacturne has some decisions here. He could either go for the Spikes, predicting him to switch out and killing it, or the Sucker Punch. He opted to go for the former, and or actually, yes, and just died straight away from the move, the Rock Climb. So now Luxray is going to come in, go for the Intimidate. Yes, he goes for the Intimidate upon the switch in. Now, a Volt Switch is going to be able to take out that Tauros, finally, as that the big threat is out of my way. But unfortunately for me, it came at a big cost, and now most of my team is practically dead from that Tauros. Now, his Girder comes back in and goes for the Drain Punch on my Armaldo, gets some HP back with the Drain Punch, and a Stone Edge or an Earthquake is going to be able to kill off with the Revenge critical hit for that crits and shenanigans. So now his Chinchino comes in. I think that I'll be able to take it out with the Earthquake, but unfortunately for me, I'm pretty much underestimating or overestimating Armaldo's attack, and he's just going to take me out with the Tail Slap. Now, Luxray, my last poke, comes in. He's going to take himself out with the recoil damage, but that is the game, as he does still have one Pokemon left in the form of I don't know what the heck it is. So, until next time, toodaloo.